So today is Good Friday, and I thought I'd discuss my huge lesson on forgiveness. I always thought I had a handle on this. You hear about forgiveness, and you're like, yeah, I get it. But do you really get it? I mean, in the core, where it frees you up. You hear forgiveness is for you, not for them. I thought I had it figured out. I broke it down to the point where I was in gratitude for any of my adversaries or contrasts in life. But to forgive means that you notice that something is forgivable, and that means you have to go through that whole process again and eventually come to forgiveness again. Madness, right? Insanity. It seems that you don't get it the first time in life. When that lesson comes to you, that lesson keeps repeating itself over and over again and just gets worse and worse. It stands to reason when a child commits a punishable act, you punish them, but when they repeat it, their punishment gets more severe. Same thing in a judicial system. So what makes us think life lessons won't repeat themselves until we get it, or they won't get more severe until we finally get it, or the 2x4s don't get heavier and heavier across the head until we get it. I was dealt very rough hands in my childhood, and believe me, I was a victim about it. I realized something needed to change, so I decided I wasn't going to be a victim anymore, and so I started fighting back, which only created resistance. And a huge chip on my shoulder resulted in nothing working out for me. So I resorted to, not drugs or alcohol, because I'm a control freak. I resorted to counseling, group counseling, private counseling, coaching. I went to leadership seminars, huge part of my life it is, and read books, and now I really thought I have a handle on this. But the same situations just kept popping up. It wasn't until a year ago that I truly found out what it means to be neutral, what it means to be forgiving, what it means to be victorious versus victim. You see, my children's father and I, we don't talk. We don't co-parent, and that's the way he wants it. So they live separate lives in this home and in that home. And very short, contrite emails, But on a weekly basis, when they return to my home, his home is constantly infiltrating mine. And, they're sad, they're upset, they're crying, they're frustrated. They're like wound tops, and when they get here, I got to reel them in and get them back, and, expressing their feelings, and it's nuts, and it kills me. So last year, for Mother's Day, it was his weekend, but it was Mother's Day, so he brought them to my house, and they had a little gift for me, and I opened it up, and Charlie and Keely Bronte, they were very upset, and I'm like, what's the matter? I love my gift. And they said, but we had a better gift for you. We asked Grandma, my former mother-in-law, for money so that we could buy you a gift, Mom. And I was like, oh boy, where's this going? And we had bought you these gold slippers that you could take with you and, put them on in a car, whatever. And so when we got home with Grandma to Dad's house, their stepmom got very upset and started crying and went in the other room. And so they were upset. And so the father said, you have to return those. You got to give the money back to your grandmother. Your grandmother had no right doing that. Your mother's not our family. And so the girls were like, well, what did Dad mean that you're not our family, Mom? And I'm like, the Italian in me, as usual, reaction. I was like, just stay here. Let me go inside for a little bit. And then it came over me that he's going to do what he's going to do. And he wasn't any different when we were married. That's why we're not married. Why would he be any different now? Okay, get that. Why does he continue to do this stuff? Why does he continue to hurt them, and then it hurts us and hurts our family? And I really had to break this down, and I thought, Charlie, I brought her and the girls in the room, and I said, listen, I can't continue to get upset over what they do in that household or what they do to you. I'm not going to be here forever. You guys have to learn how to stick up for yourself in a way that's respectful and be able to express yourself in a way that's assertive. And for me to continue to get upset about what he does is insanity. You know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and they giggle. Yeah. I said, so listen, I said, you know what? Your dad, Beth, their stepmom, they don't have the tools that I have that I'm passing along to you. Then I started feeling this softening within me. It was amazing. And I'm feeling it now. They didn't go to years of counseling. They didn't have years of coaching. They didn't go to years of leadership seminars or go on to coaching other people. They are who they are. They're ignorant. And I mean that in the softest, kindest way. They just don't know. I mean, we can't make a fish fly, so how could we keep expecting them to act like we act, with love and compassion and brotherhood of man? So I started getting really light. And, you know, side note, I've had energy work done before, and they're like, do you feel the energy in your head? And I'm like, no, I feel it in the rest of my body. And I'm telling you, a wave of chills ran up and down my spine, and I felt this opening up in my crown chakra, woo-woo, airy-fairy, and it was amazing. Like, I'm feeling it right now. It's amazing. And so I said to them, I said, you know, I can think of one man who tried to make a difference in this world many, many, many years ago. And he was tortured and hung from a cross. Spears in his side, thorns in his head, blood dripping in his eyes, rain, just soaking him wet. And there were two other men hung from a cross next to him, who one was a thief and the other one was a murderer. And they were taunting him. And all he did was look up to the sky and said, God, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And I said, Charlie, what if we knew this? What if we knew that they don't know what they do? What if we just offered them forgiveness in advance? Then there would be nothing to forgive anymore. Just offer them forgiveness in advance. And that was my freedom. And that was my huge aha moment. And so now my daughters and I, we have a new mantra. We just notice and we just say, we can't make a fish fly. Forgiveness is for you. It's freeing. It's liberating. And there's no more reactions in this house. It's actually cool and very peaceful. You know, interesting happened too. Very interesting. About 2 weeks later, that household started acting very civilly towards me, towards them. There's talking, there's communication. Isn't that weird? Tells you that energy exists, doesn't it? Well, guys, I wish you all health and wealth and love and peace and a happy Easter and a happy Passover, and blessings to you and your family from ours.